This Willow Inn styrofoam drawing is the styrofoam drawing I intend to give my mom for tomorrow's trip to see her side of the family. It's currently 10:10 p.m. in celebration of Mom's birthday. It's based off the sign that they have outside near the Willow Inn, one of the places Mom and I go to for karaoke. The other one being the Knob, which is the nickname given to the place north of the border. And we used to go to BTB's a lot, but they don't really do karaoke anymore. I initially used this Sharpie pen marker, which is essentially a glorified black Sharpie ultrafine marker. It's just got this sort of unique labeling. I intend to put karaoke on the back, though I might do it. I initially considered doing it with the same text as this, but karaoke, it would probably be more appropriate to make it look neon-y. I could put a microphone or two in here, or maybe just one over here, since there's more space here than here. And I drew the E with, again, this Sharpie marker, because I liked the aesthetic that was created from this W during my original attempt to draw Willow Inn on the back. At this point, don't really have any ultrafine black Sharpie markers, and this is actually the Chris Stapleton styrofoam drawing, which I initially considered doing that for Mom's birthday present from me to her, but after this work on the hat took hours to complete, from maybe around 7 in the morning to about noon, I decided I wouldn't have enough time to complete the Chris Stapleton styrofoam drawing, which is considerably more, pretty complex. Dad got this sub from Subway, and I ate the other half earlier. Along with some fried dough that he presumably got from Salvatore's. On the way back from work. It's supposed to be a sort of cold cuts sub, since I did express desires to get that kind of a sub. with hot ham. It's got some spice to it, but not too much. These are some of the Sharpie markers I either used or will use for the will in styrofoam drawing. This is a chili that's somewhat homemade by Dad. I believe he store-bought the chili and then heated it up, but then melted the cheese and mixed corn into it. After I had the mac and cheese around 2, I used this as a water bottle, which is definitely doable, even though it's not exactly a reusable water bottle. It still works just fine. I believe I had the first half of the sub and the fried dough somewhere between 6 and 7 p.m. I think by which point I just had between then and now, I drew in the E and colored it in, and then drew in the heart, making some corrections after the initial drawing of the heart to try and make both halves equal. Excuse me. This is where I'm at currently on Elvenar. And my fellow fellowship members were pretty generous with giving some of my Ancient Wonders knowledge points. Here's where I am on the task set bar. And this is where what the university currently looks like. This big bulk package gives a lot of good tools, but it doesn't really give enough shovels. Compared to what I have to do to use them most effectively. Or at least that is to use the bottled wind and the vacuum vials the most effectively. I already got that one on a previous day, but it's still good to get that nonetheless. I think I already got that one, but That still proved to be somewhat effective. I'm currently here on the league table, which isn't too bad. Though I would someday like to finish an episodic event on the Gold League. I wonder if it's possible solely by just being efficient enough, or if you have to get that special building they sell for every episodic event that increases your provisions pickups by 1. I initially considered doing a new Ruffman gameplay today, especially considering how, and in particular, it increases that special ability, increases the value of those pickups, the amount by 1 for each of those provision notifications you get. And I found a new treasure trove of Ruffman games from taking a look into the Humble Media Genius era. Of Ruffman games. I ultimately decided against it because, again, I have pretty much until tomorrow or so in order to finish this gift for Mom. And it's for a family gathering event. And that's in response to her upcoming birthday. And so obviously, doing that styrofoam gift is more important than doing another Ruffman gameplay, although they're definitely upcoming. That much is for sure. Oh, and Dad also cooked Italian sausage to also mix into the chili. I did what I always do for that mac and cheese, first microwaving it for 3 minutes, as the instructions tell me to do exactly. After peeling and folding one of the corners of the plastic film. And then once that was done, I peeled back that corner some more. I stirred the mac and cheese with a spoon, and then I microwaved it again for 2 minutes, which is the midpoint between 1.5 minutes and 2.5 minutes. That's something I have a tendency to do when microwaving things. It wasn't that long ago that I started a new disciple the other day on my old school to get to 100,000 fame and unlock the last rivals. But I was only able to get some of their stars. Because getting their second and third stars requires some skills to be at level 30 plus. And I couldn't really do that for all of those skills because such a thing only seems to be possible by the grace of a master within the sword fight game on Congregate. So, because of that, and the fact that the old school had over 100,000 fame for me to gain historically and then to spend on permanent upgrades for a new school, I decided to start a new school with Grandmaster Wallace. I decided to start a new school within the Congregate game Sword Fight with Grandmaster Wallace as co-founder of the new school. The thing is, though, he's currently at level 901 and can't level up anymore because I don't have any masters, so I can get the famous achievement for defeating 3 rivals before promoting or hiring any masters. I'm already at 1 out of 3 rivals defeated for defeating Greg at level 100 earlier, maybe an hour or so earlier. And pretty much ever since, I've been automatically dueling Grandmaster Wallace at level 115. So far, I've lost to him 407 times in a row. I just upgraded the Forge, since doing that gives bonuses to sword damage and armor health. And that includes the shield at a 10% health bonus. instead of a 20% bonus per level of the forge. Level of the forge. This is the magnesium water. I lost all my rival stars except for the 3 from Grandmaster Wallace. I lost my scrolls and my jobs. They reset, which is probably for the best since I'm also aiming for the Worthy Administration achievement. Hopefully this time around I'll also at some point be able to get the Monumental Influence achievement and thus complete the first page of achievements and get their respective bonuses. That previous school is actually given me a bonus multiplier to my fame for the new school I've started, but I currently can't get any. Currently have 0 fame. And because the baseline starts off at whatever the fame of your masters are. And since I don't have any masters, that's currently at 0. I primarily spent my historical fame on the administration records influence upgrade. So by default, I would improve the administration job and thus not only improve my platinum rate faster, but also be able to automatically get that achievement whenever I ultimately manage to complete 20 special trainings. From the new co-founder, which for each special training completed unlocks another bonus. Or from my future rivals for this new school I founded. I just upgraded the sleeping quarters building in order to increase the rate at which I get platinum. It's now at 8,640 platinum for each minute. To help me raise up the 1,000,000 platinum I needed to complete that sleeping quarters upgrade, I used the lineage secret training and secret administration abilities. They'll be available again in 11 hours, roughly. Yeah, there isn't really any need to upgrade the training room unless simply for the 0.05 multiplier per building level to current school fame. Current school fame.